Oh, shit. Boys. All right, back to the lecture at hand, as Snoop would say. The Leafs, they were looking for D. They got some. Not that kind. Defense. Everyone's been saying it. They had to do it. So Mark Giordano, along with Colin Blackwell, our pal Colin, they're coming from Seattle for a 2nd and 22, a 2nd and 23, and a 3rd and 24. Seattle's going to retain half of Gio's money. He's got 23 points in 55 games this year. Blackwell having a nice little year for himself, 17 points in 39 games. Toronto supposedly driving up the price everywhere. Is this another tinfoil biz segment, or what's the deal here? Were they driving up the price on Gio? The other
of course,
teams?
Dubas was. He's a fucking genius.
Can Giordano play goalie?
I'm not talking about the goaltending.
I'm actually.
Situation.
I love that trade. I love that trade. Seriously, go ahead. Sorry, it's a great move.
My biggest issue wasn't goaltending. It was the back end in the house, as they say, Whit, where you were kind of a liability. You wouldn't pick up guys' sticks. You wouldn't box guys out in time. You're like, I hope this thing gets turned over so we can go play offense and I can get second assist. Giordano and Muzzin coming back is going to help Jack Campbell. Jack Campbell, he doesn't need to put up the numbers he did in November, early in the season when he was playing lights out. The reason he got nominated to the All-Star game, okay? He needs to be an above-average goaltender, which he's going to be because I ate soggy subs with him on the bus. I saw him battle all the way through the minors, back to the top. Exactly what they thought when they drafted him first round in Dallas. A great, great move, and they didn't have to pay a ton. Kyle Dubas, congratulations. Now, you have a solid back end. You got solid goaltending. One component I'm a little nervous about is the bottom six. Colin Blackwell is going to add a little bit of spunk to that mix. He was great with the Rangers. I haven't watched him a ton this season in Seattle because they stink. But I think he's going to add that speed and that grit that they need. I'm confident in the Leafs. Great job, Dubas. You didn't mortgage the future either. You didn't get rid of any of these high-end prospects. You stuck to the game plan, and you crushed it, buddy. Right below Billy G, second best GM moves of all the deadline. Way to go, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, it sucks for me because I'm a big Giordano fan, and then after getting to talk to and kind of meeting, I'll say, with quotations, Blackwell, big fan of him, too. So I love both guys. Unfortunately, they're on my least favorite team now. But I still think that you gotta throw Dubas some respect, and he went out and he had to get a defenseman. I did think that they would try to do something in net. Now, you knew that they were in discussion for Fleury. That obviously we already discussed. But, yeah, I mean, he did a good job. I'm not going to say he went out and, lit the world on fire. He grabbed a good defenseman. I'm sure that they probably...
he won a Norris 3 years ago. If you want to say good, I don't.
Okay.
Wait.
I was playing in Russia 3 years ago.
But I've lost total respect for your opinion on defensemen when you already gave Kyle McCarr the Norris. When in fact, Yossi has legitimately shoved it so far up your hoop, no spit, no lube, sandpaper finish. Since you made those comments on our podcast, I think he has 13 points in his last 4 games after you handed Kyle McCarr. So your opinion on the back end, Whit? Fuck you.
Hey, listen, I can't deny the fact that Roman Josi has caught absolute fire and had this incredible season. I still think Cale Makar is going to win the Norris. Right now,
it's a coin flip. It's a coin flip.
I may be in the minority, but even if it's a coin flip, I'll take it. I should not have handed it over. When I'm at fault and when I'm wrong, I can admit it. Unlike you, I can admit the fact that I made a mistake.
But was it the argument that who moves the puck up ice better?
No, my argument was that Makar won the Norris. I was like, he's got the Norris already. And then I think I did argue biz about that, and that ended up I was incorrect on that one, considering Yossi enters the zone more than most forwards with the puck. But I'll say this. Giordano's still a great ad, but if you're trying to say he's the same defenseman as the year he won the Norris, you're a fucking idiot.
I'm not. I wasn't saying that.
What do you mean? You were just ranting and raving that he won a Norris 3 years ago.
He's one of the
best.
Not
the same player.
He's one of the best conditioned guys. His off ice is impeccable. The way the amount of time he spends in the gym and keeps his body in shape. To even consider taking whatever numbers he had in Seattle and moving them over to the Leafs, you can't. It's like Sherratt. Sherratt had some of the worst analytic numbers of any defenseman in the NHL, and people were laughing the trade off stage.
But Sherratt's not 39 years old. I like the move, dude. I'm saying I like the move. I was originally the one saying, like, this is a good move
I don't
for the
think
Leafs.
age matters.
They had to do
and
it.
If you watch 14
age
Peaks,
doesn't matter.
If you watch 14 Peaks on
that's for the
Netflix,
judge.
Giordano was one of the guys that helped the guy get to the top of the 14 Peaks. He was a Sherpa? He was a Sherpa. From Nepal.
Okay, well, Leafs, they went out and got a good player on the front and the back end. So I think it definitely makes them a better team than they were.
I think the worst
But goaltending is, for you to say that you're not worried about goaltending is just, it's not true, it's inaccurate, and it's totally dishonest from a coach.
No, I'm not, because I've constantly said I've constantly said on the podcast, I get nervous for teams who peak too early. I'm nervous for Colorado right now. That's who I'm nervous for. They've peaked far too early. I like when you have struggles early on. You need to go through that adversity.
Yeah. I agree with you.
That's why I like Boston. Boston wasn't that good. Everybody was questioning Boston early on. Oh, they're scary to me now.
You want to be a well-oiled
The big
machine
red
around March,
balloons.
man. It's a good thing. I agree with what you're saying. Teams have blown their wad too early, and they didn't have enough of a refractory
And if there's
period
one
for the
guy who
playoffs.
knows about blowing his wad early, it's this guy sitting next to you on the couch.
We got no Roman ads this
swipes.
episode.
Roman swipes.
swipes. Use them, boys. That's what I heard.
What else did we have? Who were we just discussing?
The
Giordano?
Leafs. Let's go back to the Leafs.
No.
for another 40
Okay.
minutes.
Good. Yep.
Oh,
Good
no?
job by Dubas. Good job.
Before we move on from the Leafs, Biz, later this week we'll have some exciting news about the Score Bet launching in Ontario in April.
the Score.
Biz, we're going to Canada.
Folks, I can't say much. They have me keeping a lot of secrets here, but soon, very soon, I'll be coming to Toronto, and it's going to be involving the Score app. Okay, that's all I can say. Maybe or maybe not it involves gambling. I don't know. Maybe or maybe not. We'll be doing a live watch of a game, and we can even maybe go on the over with Elio, Mr. Ice on it. I don't know. I'm not allowed to say too much. But if you follow our social channels, Instagram, Twitter, Patreon, what's the other fucking apps that you can
TikTok.
get? TikTok, all of it. Make sure if you're from Ontario, follow closely, and we can hang out and we can do some stuff on the Score app.
Score Bet
app. Thanks, G.
Can't wait. I got some Canadian money tucked away from my last trip.
Couple
up there.
loonies and toonies?
Yeah, I got a few $100. I didn't. Yeah, I usually. I got a bunch of dough and didn't spend anything because I was in a hotel and on set all weekend. So, did I say that?
That's the tricky part. You know, there's a lot of rules involving everything moving forward. So I got to be careful how I
The Score
speak
Bet
on it.
The Score Bet.
The Score Bet is all I'm going to say. Pre-register.